Okay, let's start with your dance story. Gaby, 2 minutes. Where do you come from as a dancer?
I'm going to do my best to do this in 2 minutes. So since I was 5, I did classical ballet, jazz ballet, pretty much everything. I started doing that like 5 days a week because I love dancing so much, and I knew it really was my passion from the beginning. And I think around my 20th, I stopped just because life kind of got in the way. And then around 25, I started Kizomba because I miss dancing so much, and it's really my passion. And
guys, come back on Facebook.
Partnering with Dwe.
I just lost you on Facebook. The other device. Sorry to interrupt.
Maybe it's the happens. I think maybe because we have the internet from my phone, the laptop, because we're also using it, I think, now with the live.
Okay, well, then, guys, whoever's listening to us on Facebook, let's all move to Instagram because we have some technical issues. So see you on Instagram. I'm ending this.
No, I think I can fix it.
Okay.
I just need to...
Someone is drilling here.
Try again.
Jesus, what a timing! Great timing.
Yeah, I think because we're using the...
Yeah.
If I'm correct.
Hello, Facebook. I'm trying to talk to Dwe and Gaby live. Oh, here they are back. Maybe. I haven't.
You're back.
Okay, let's go back to Gaby. Gaby, jazz, ballet, and then at the end of 20.
Oh wait, now I double. I don't know what's the. You also muted your laptop?
Yes, I silenced my laptop. Just
now it should be correct.
Yes, you can hear us.
Yes, you can hear us.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, let's try this again.
Let's try this again.
Okay.
Now we come back to the story.
Yes, so I did classical ballet, and then I stopped for like 5 or 6 years, and then at 25 I started doing Kizomba because I miss dancing so much, and I always knew it was a passion of mine. So I started learning it first. Then I was asked to teach, and I started partnering with Dwe, and now we got to this point that we have Dwe has his own dance school, and I'm teaching with him. So
okay,
that is I've been dancing my whole life pretty much.
So tell me, so how do you just find yourself in Kizomba? It's such a in Poland, it's a style that doesn't exist in the mass awareness. So how do you just end up dancing Kizomba? How did you find it? How did you know that Kizomba existed?
I saw it actually online. I saw a video of Sara Lopez and Albeer, and because she was moving so sensual with her beautiful butt, I thought like I want to do this. I want to try that as well. I was actually doubting between Kizomba and tango because that has always been something that I wanted to learn as well. But I essentially chose for Kizomba, and that's where I kind of stuck.
So what's the story with the butt? Do all the butt work?
No, actually now I don't do it at all. Like that is not our style. So we don't do a lot of hip movements. Like we do use it sometimes, but because we are like our style is more like how do you say that? I think really sharp and technical and fast. There is not always room to do a lot of hip movements, but I use a different sort of styling with like arms or with legs. So I kind of diverse from that kind of style. I do think it's nice to look at, but not a person, like not something personal that I still use. I use it in something else in other dances.
Okay. Dwe, your dance story.
My dance story is actually very easy and very short because Kizomba is my first dance. And before that, I used to dance in the living room with my parents, with my uncles. And when I was a kid, I played in some music bands. So there's where I got the musicality from. But dancing has always been like a part of my life, but just in the living room. And then when I met Kizomba, it's also when I saw the video of Albir and Sarah Lopez. They're swinging her ass, and I was like, I want to sing.
I want to dance with somebody like that.
Exactly. So the starting was funny because I went to a party with friends. There was where we also saw the dance, and we went home. We both took classes. We came back to the same party, and we both had the first steps. And from there, I shared it also with a friend of mine. And from there, actually, I just went to a lot of socials. In my first 2-3 years, I was going to dance like 5 or 6 times a week. To parties here and there, do training with some guys. For example, Nili. I don't know if you know him, but Nili Fortes from Rotterdam. He's one of the dancers who teach me the most of my styling that I still use nowadays. And also from there, I started teaching at Zoma Lounge at first, and I met this beautiful girl here with all her skills. And I said to her, like, yo, let's do this. And yeah,
So
since 2019, we've been partners. So now for sorry?
A lot of people think that you guys are a couple. Are you a couple?
Well, are we?
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Were you ever?
Sorry?
Were you ever before?
No, we weren't.
No. We've always been good friends, and like, I mean, being a partnership feels
like a relationship.
So we fight and we make up, and it's sometimes we're gonna
Okay,
want to
so
kill each other, but we also
what
have
do you fight about?
good moments.
What do you fight about?
What do we fight about? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that's the question.
Well, at first we I think fought the most because Gaby wanted to train all the time, and I was like really lacking with training. I was like, no, I don't want to train. And for me, I need my dance is in high energy, so I need the energy from the music. And mostly in parties, the music is so loud, so I can match the energy. But in training, then you have like a small box, and I cannot match the energy. So in training, I was also lazy, and I was not really enjoying myself. But to evolve and to improve, we needed that part, right? So that's where we got the most fights in the beginning. And I think now the most of the fights is when I get late for trainings or whatever, or when I just cancel trainings.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's just about
so Gaby, are you the person that
we both have our social life besides Kizomba as well. It comes almost together because we see each other every day, and there's sometimes a lack of communication, like in every relationship. And then when he lacks or I'm lacking in communication, when we start fighting about stuff. Teaching how we treat each other, so that's it's a normal thing.
You are the person that pushes, work hard, discipline every day. And then Dwe, so what's your part? The creativity, or I don't know. Yeah. So if you're the bad policeman, who's pushing to work and to be disciplined, what's your role, Dwe?
Every time you want to say the thing, like if you follow
the Instagram one, it sometimes gets stuck. I don't know, maybe the connection.
I really have good Wi-Fi. Let me try earphones. Maybe it's gonna be better.
Yeah.
I hope, maybe. Yeah, this is better. So okay, so again, so if Gaby is the person that pushes for discipline, etc., what is your role, Dwe? What do you do for
I'm just being pretty, and no.
Creative.
Yeah.
He is like he comes with a lot of creativity, I have to say. So that is he is stronger in that point. I really like discipline and to rehearse stuff, but comes with
Yeah, I think for me it's more creativity, more style, playfulness, more being more diverse. I think, I don't know, it's I think that's my part that I add to our partnership.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so tell me, since we spoke 2.5 years ago, I think that was June 2020, what has changed in your career? That was your first time in Poland. Remember that small event in June? So what has changed?
What has changed?
We started Elevate Your Kiss.
Yeah, I think a lot has changed actually. That was in March, right?
June.
June.
No, in March.
Oh, back then.
For the charity.
That's yeah. Was that was not last year? It was the year before, right? Was it last year?
That was last year. It's not this year.
Not this year, but last year.
I think.
Last year, yeah. Okay. So yeah, a lot has changed. I think we started the school. That's one of the biggest changes in our lives, because back then I was working full time. Now we started the school. Gaby was also working full time, and now Gaby became mother also in between.
Also something new, yeah.
Also something new. We started the school. I stopped working regularly, just focusing full time on dancing. Gaby also went from full time to working 2 days. So there's a lot of changes that happened in between that really changed our life as well.
Mm-hmm. So now, so Gaby, you said at the beginning that it's Dwe's school, or is it your school together? Elevate Your Kids.
Yeah. It's let me say it's my school, but of course because Gaby just became mother, and she was like, I also want us to start something, but I cannot take the risk at the moment with the little one. So then I decide to take the risk on my own, but in everything I do, I take Gaby together with me, of course.
Okay.
So yeah,
how now? So Gaby, you also have like 1-year-old baby, right? Yes.
1-year-old baby. She is growing super fast, and she's naughty, and she's trying to start talking. She walks. It's so many things happen within just 1 year of her growing up. For me, it's really difficult, especially because dancing is, like I said, it's my passion. So it's something that I always wanted to do. But I love her so much, and it's difficult to sometimes, divide my time, because you only have 24 hours in one day. And
so how does your daily your week look like? So do you still do office work? Do you have another job?
Yes, at the moment, yes, but I'm going to work less. I'm going, like, now I work 3 days a week. I'm going to 2 in January, and actually want to fully stop that job. But at the moment, she goes to daycare, and on Wednesdays and Thursdays we give class in the evening, and in the weekends we are mostly 3 weekends away. I mean, I am mostly 3 weekends away per month, and then 1 weekend I'm home, and I have all this time for her. So yeah, it looks pretty much like that.
And how has your perspective of the community, the business changed now since you became also school owners, or co-owners? How is the life of a dancer, an artist, different from a life of someone who has actually a business to manage?
Relationships change.
Yeah, it's super hard, because my thought was that I was going to a system with more free time and like more chill and more relaxed and more money at the same time, let me call it like that. But actually the work became harder, the stress became more, but the positive thing is that every day that I wake up, for example, I know that I will start my day with my passion. So I never have a day that I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, again a day like this. And this, when I was working full time, I had this almost every morning. Oh, here we go again, going to work. Da, 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 da. So now I just wake up during the day. Mostly I go to a gym in the morning. Then in the afternoon I have private classes, and at night I have or meetings for the business, or I have regular classes. And in the weekends we're almost every weekend away. At least for me, I'm every weekend somewhere. So
yeah,
it's a busy life. There's a lot going on, but it's fun at the same time. And although I have to all the time be somewhere for an appointment or something, it still feels more free, more freedom.
it's something that you want to do.
So
yeah, I have the same.
Completely understand.
Yeah, sometimes
do you do work for someone else now, or just the school? Do you still work for? No.
No, I'm a full-time dancer. Yeah.
Okay, great. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Gaby, you were saying?
No, I wanted to say, like, you know, having a baby sometimes, like, she wakes up in the middle of the night and I only have like 3 or 5 hours of sleep. I have to go to my regular job, and then at night I have the classes, and I'm completely that. But I come to class and it's just so nice to see these people that come to learn from you, and they always have positive vibes, so you do it with so much joy. And also, you know, Dwe has the same, sometimes he feels sick, or he's, you know, maybe not in the best physical way, but he's always there with a big smile, because yeah, it's just a lot of love for these people that come to our school.
Yeah, shout out to all our students.
Yes.
We love you. You are the best. Yesterday, I had a moment again in class. I was like, oh my God, these guys are so amazing. You know what the thing is? We started the school, Elevate Your Kids, and we started with 5 groups. So 5 levels. And in each group, we can carry like 40 people max. So now we're at the stage that the 5 groups are full. And then we're going, in January, we're going from 5 groups to 8 groups. Because the 5 groups are full, and we cannot allow any more people. So we're going to more groups. But then the thing that makes me like most happy is that our advanced students, our intermediate students, yesterday we had a class, beginner class. I think we had 8 new students out of 27 in total, and all the rest were students from the higher levels staying because they like the vibe and they like to learn and stuff like this. So when I realized that, I became so happy. I was like, "These guys, you're really the best." So yeah, and this is the part that gives us so much energy every time again.
So when you travel to festivals, how is your experience now versus before, when you were starting, when you had your first gigs?
You want honest answer?
Yes, that's what we're here for. Give me some meat.
Yeah, no, I'm a very honest and genuine person, so people know that about me. Shout out to Raj and Deborah. In the beginning, you know, when you have your first bookings, it's all fun because it was passion back then, and it's still passion, but then the frequency of dancing was so much less there, and it was so the learning process was different, still on a different level. So when we got to festivals, it was all the time, you know, you wanted to dance all night and all the socials and dance with everybody. So that was fun. It was nice. But then now, if you look at the life now, I dance every day and I dance the whole day long. So when I go to a festival, people see you, of course, after a long amount of time, they see you again. So everybody's like, oh, yeah, we need to dance. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I want to dance, but I want to rest as well. And I don't have energy left. And, you know, it's a bit of a battle because if I listen to my empathy, I'm like, how do you say this?
Empathy.
Yeah, I have empathy. So I know that the people who don't see us that often, when they get the chance to see you, they want to dance. So I always try to give my max at that point. But it's also, I've been dancing from Monday to Friday. Now it's Saturday. I'm dancing all Saturday, dancing all Sunday. So yeah, it's sometimes you're more in the mood than other times, but it's still both the passion. So yeah, you go all out. And in the moment you always enjoy it.
And Gaby, how about you?
For me, going to a festival is really like I really enjoy it still as much as I did before, but that's because now I dance less during the week. Normally during the week I would also go to social to parties or socials, and now I go home because I have my baby and I want to take care of her and spend time with her. So when I have a festival, I really enjoy it and I dance as much as I can. So in that way, it's different for me.
Yeah, this I understand it as a mother. Actually, sometimes in a congress I rest because no one wakes me up in the morning. I mean,
Exactly.
Not at 7 a.m. You know?
Yeah, true.
Exactly. Yeah, sometimes it's like, because organizers book you to work as well, so it's like, but then when you're on the bed and you're like taking time for yourself, you don't have any obligated work to do or obligated appointment except from the workshops, for example. You want to take that time to get that extra rest that you really need.
Yeah, that's okay. I get it. I was about to ask if you still social dance, but or actually,
Of course.
so what are the perfect conditions for you guys to have a great night of social dance? Like, what is that you need?
Okay, for Gaby first, because yours is
Me
different.
first?
Yeah, she need good dancers.
That's not true.
Oh, okay, I thought so.
You see, this is why people don't dare to ask me. That's not nice. People.
Let me say one thing. Who made a post at elSol that she had the best night of her life because there were so many good dancers?
Yeah. Yes, that was me.
Okay,
but you know why it was? Because these dancers, they were more experienced and they dared to ask me. That's the thing. I also like to dance with people that are less experienced. That is fine with me, because sometimes, it's just about the connection, about the music. But a lot of times they are scared to ask me, and when they do ask me, because they're like, okay, I need to dance with you because this is maybe once in a year experience. They, after a while, they stop the dance because they're like, okay, I'm out of my moves and I'm not gonna impress you anymore, or I don't want to take up your time, which I don't always understand.
I get that, because I also feel it when I dance with you. I get
No.
that. Yes.
You see, you bring this into the world.
So you feel that she wants more moves? What is it that you feel?
Me improving my style and my moves is a big shout out to Gaby, actually, because people think, oh, he's so creative, so he come up with new things. No, it's because I'm giving everything, and Gaby looks at me like, bro, is this all you got? So I'm obligated to level up to keep up with her level. So that's actually the trigger for our creativity.
He
and
likes
why
to impress me. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. sometimes she gives me the low-key approval.
Like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But the question was, what is a nice social evening for me? First of all, if I have a babysitter and I don't have to wake up super early in the morning, because then I can enjoy, just the whole night. I mean, if I have my girl, of course, no worries, but it's not having enough sleep it really breaks you at a physical and health level. So that is, for me, very important. And good music is really important. And if I do dance a lot, it's nice. If I don't dance that much, it's also good. But if the music is good, I can stand on the side and also be vibing.
So what is good music? What is good music for you? That's sometimes some people say music was great. Music was great.
Yeah, that's a very good question. For me, it needs to variate. What are people saying?
Dory is making fun of me.
Nothing else matter if the music is good. Yes.
Right. Dory said, I wonder what's better, your brain or your teeth.
No, but it's also like, I I feel like the DJ also needs to read the room. Build up in the beginning of the social or the party, have a good hard moment of some high level music, and just switch it up. Don't stay in one genre, like only Terra for like 1 hour or only Dessert 1 hour. So I think it's like to variate and to read the room. That's very important.
Variety. Let me guys quickly read some comments because our community here is adding up some. This is something in Dutch. I don't understand it. The one time I open a live and it's Dwe and Gaby. That's Dory. Dory is contributing a lot. Was the beautiful
yeah, she's adorable.
You guys are so adorable. The way you nailed these braids. Okay. Dwe and Gaby energy is perfection.
So sweet.
Matthias says that's nice, maybe less level, but more connection is different. And then you just dance to show what you know how to do it. He was mentioning
nice one.
Even with them.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Dory, a lot of Dory, handsome people. Okay.
We love Dory. We love Dory. You know Dory?
No, I don't.
You should check her out. Dory is an amazing person from the States. Amazing dancer, super around, salsa, bachata, leading, following, kizomba, everything like. And she has also her own community there. She's amazing.
Okay. Guys, tell me, what are the personality traits that have helped you be where you are? What does it take to become a well-known urban case couple that's booked every week for the next year?
Honest answer again.
Some advice. Some advice for the newcomers.
Honest answer. No. It's hard. It's hard because looking back in time, I think in 2019 I thought that we had the level to be great at somewhere up high already. And when I look back, I'm like, okay, I can see that we still had a lot to learn. But for my feeling, the part when we start the part that we start getting the most, let me say, bookings and being more big is when we start making friends internationally, because this scene honestly is like, being a good dancer is not the only thing that helps you getting there. You need to know people, you need to have friends, you need to have like the connections, and I think we have both sides. I think Gaby also connects really good with all the people internationally, and I think even better than I do sometimes. And on the other hand, we work hard to have the level that we have at the moment, So it's a combination of everything. You need to be humble, stay humble. I'm really a clown all the time.
That helps.
That helps because people think I'm funny while I'm just acting crazy. Make sure you have the right knowledge about the dance. You can spread the knowledge also together with other people. Sometimes I speak to people who are organizing and I'm just talking with them about kizomba, future, whatever, and there they see that you have the knowledge, and then they're like, oh man, you have so many knowledge, I want to book you. Like, they didn't even know me back then, So it's a bit of everything that can really help to get there. But at first, you need to believe in yourself, keep working, make some friends, and always stay humble and be yourself. Never change, because that's also something we see a lot of people change.
Yeah.
What do you think about? Say it.
No, sorry. Keep going. I agree with him.
I wanted to ask what do you think about working for free at first?
It depends. That depends on which occasion, because as you know, we also work for free once for you. And but that was actually for the good cause. Yeah, it was for Ukraine, to help Ukraine. So that was the part that we were like, okay, we want to contribute to that.
Thank you for that. That was very special.
Yeah, also a bit of a sad story on that part, but I'm gonna leave that hanging. But yeah, that was the first thing that we did actually for free. The first, and from my feeling, actually we work almost every weekend a little bit for free, because social dancing is fun, but for me in my situation, I never can pick my own dances, let me say it like that, because if I would walk 10 seconds in a room, somebody would ask me to dance, and that's normal, I get that. So but then when you have like an evening or afternoon that you're dancing so much, so many hours, it also feels like working, and it's not a part that you get a contribution from, right? So sometimes that feels like working for free, but yeah.
How about when you're just getting into the community, when you wanna, become recognizable, get the connections? Yes or no? Dancing for free.
I think in the beginning that is a very good strategic move to really show yourself. To have some eyes on you, but of course you also need to really have in mind your value, what you bring to the table, and at a certain point you have to like set up a line from when you are doing stuff for free and when you are just asking for the value that you give. So yeah, in the beginning, yes, but don't let people take advantage of you.
Yeah.
The way you said something about the future of Kizomba, I wanted to hear more. You said you talked to an organizer about the future of Kizomba, and then you booked.
No, the past. I talked about the history. Let me talk about the history of Kizomba, stuff like this, or some steps, how they are built up, whatever. And then you get interest also. People also know the history of, or also have a lot of knowledge about the dance itself. You catch the attention of those people. But if I look at the future
can you
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, if I look at the future of Kizomba, I would say I don't have any idea of how it will go, how it will end. Because if we look at, let me say 7 years ago, how the scene was, and where we are now, with so many different styles, so many different influences coming into the dance, I think we can never tell what the outcome will be in 5 years or in 10 years. It's like, I really don't know.
So can you give us a summary of the history of Kizomba, like 1 minute, just the most important points?
Summary of the history. Yeah, well, when I get into the Kizomba scene, let me say the outdated, only a few known artists. For example, you had elSol, the first one that I saw. I knew Gwenda Lima back then. I knew Isabel and Felicien. You had Ania, of course, working with Carolina. You had Tony Pirata, who was also running the scene back then. So you had. Let me say, you can count it on 2 hands how many artists you had. And if you look at the artists that you have now, you have so many. It's the scene been growing so fast, and also. If you look at the music, how the music's changed, we started with samba, ghetto zouk, music influence, and how that it was being combined, made Kizomba, and how urban kiss also started. Because if you look at the real Kizomba music, it's always played with real instruments, and if you look how ghetto zouk into kids was really only on the computer, sound effects made come closer to the urban, and the music, the change of music made the style urban kiss. because Urban Kids was in the beginning, it was not a different dance. It was a different way of expressing the dance which was already existing, you know? So, and then when, for example, Anna and Curtis started the name Urban Kids, they also start to invent a new way of dancing the dance which was already existing, because the steps are kizomba. It's just a different expression of the steps on a different type of music. But if you look now, Urban Kids really became a different dance. But if you ask at someone, what is Urban Kids? I'm not sure if a lot of artists can give a right answer, a clear answer on that, and if all the answers will match each other. Because if you look at, for example, Audi and Laura, if you look at Dwe and Gaby, if you look at Curtis and you look at Anna, it's all Urban Kids, but it's not the same. So what is Urban Kids? So yeah, small talk about the history.
I like this. You said the expression, right? You gave such a nice definition. I wanted to remember it. You said Urban Kids is a different expression of. No, I don't know. Something that was like a really good sentence to take a note of.
Yeah, no, I said like, yeah, of course. The Urban Kids in the beginning, it was not a different dance. It was the music type that asked for a different expression of the dance kizomba.
Okay.
So
I'm writing down. You can keep talking down.
Yeah. So the music changed because the music had a different sound. The sound asked for a different expression, and with this different expression, Urban Kids start evolving. You know, the music type Urban Kids was in the beginning very well known from kizomba. Like I said, kizomba was playing with instruments, really with flow, more on the computer, making the beats, for example, how the urban scene also does it. And because the sounds are so different, that also ask for a different vibe of dancing, a different way of expressing. So the Lady Saida was always a Lady Saida, but then the Lady Saida became more staccato because the sound was more staccato, and the samba music, for example, was more playful, more funny. So then you also move in a different way on this music.
Yeah, makes total
sense. So that's
sense.
how it started.
Someone is saying here, I like to say there is kizomba and kizomba fusion. Another comment. Elevator Kiss touches in the house. In Kizomba fusion, we have all the styles. What do you think about that, Rasho? That's a question.
Yeah, Kizomba fusion, I agree, is actually all the styles. Well, in my opinion, I think Urban Kids was already a fusion of Kizomba with something else. But then Kizomba fusion is more, a style, let me say Kizomba combined with everything else you can imagine. Let's highlight Shamalo and Mirti, for example. Shamalo came with the R&B Kiss, combining R&B, hip-hop with Kizomba. Well, that was really a fusion style. And the question, what do we think about Tarasho? I think Tarasho is, if you look at how it's introduced and how it is now, it's already a big difference, because back then it was more connection, and now they have the style that the leader don't even have to hold the lady anymore to dance together. The lady holds the leader. The leader has the hands more in the air and don't even lead with the arms anymore. It's more body work. But I think that the definition of Tarasho is really good for the scene because it gives you a different perspective of moving your body. But I think that the evolution, you have some people who really stick to the rules and who really keep it nice and clean. And then you have also the part who makes it really rough and uncontrolled, and it looks like they don't really know what they're actually doing, but it looks like it, so they do it. Yeah, that's the part that I'm like, I don't know. I like more the control part, or it's more more clean, more technical control, that you can really tell, okay, this person is doing this, and this is the reaction of the lady. instead of there is just something going on in between two person, but you cannot really see what it is, for example. And then you have the part about the music. In my opinion, the music is very mellow, and also a lot of the music is not really in high quality. It's not mastered. It's just some production made. But you also have it in the kizomba. I think that's just the part of us wanting to be professional, but we are not there yet. Because if you combine us with salsa and bachata scene, for example, it's so much more professional than where we are.
Oh, this is another good subject. So how do you feel about the combined events, SBK, Salsa Bachata Kizomba versus Kizomba events? Where do you prefer working, or what you get out of
SBK, SBK, SBK? For sure, 100%, 1000.
So you like the variety.
Yes, definitely. It's also, you learn a lot from other styles. You learn a lot from other teachers.
You meet new people.
It gives so much to you as a teacher as well. So because we both like to also follow salsa or bachata workshops. Yeah, I love it. I don't have any more words for it than I really like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone says here, I always compare kizomba to ballet. You have to stick to the rules, and kizomba fusion to modern. Comment.
Yeah. No, it's like for me, the salsa and bachata scene has are so much ahead of kizomba in terms of everything, like organization, professionality, humanity. Like it's so much steps ahead. I think in the kizomba we can really learn from that. But it's also a different type of community, different type of let me say, it's both. How do you say that alle nationaliteiten samenkomen?
That all nationalities come together?
All nationalities come together, but it's still different from each other. I feel like the kizomba is a different type of nationalities coming together than the salsa bachata.
It's community. Like a cousin. It's like brother and sister, salsa bachata, and then like kizomba is like a cousin.
Yeah.
But how is it different specifically?
Why are people calling me? Sorry, somebody called me.
I lost you there. Hear the audio on Instagram.
I lost you there.
Yeah, sorry. Somebody called me.
No, just something with the connection. Okay, I hear.
With the connection. Okay, I hear.
It's salsa bachata. It exists already so long, and it already has so many rules. Like there is really a base in how to do it. In where kizomba is not as old. And we are still searching for what is the base and where is it going to. So I think that's where the big difference is, and why it sometimes feel like we don't always.
Okay, are we? Yeah. It was
like it feels like we don't always come together in the same way, I want to say. But like I said, kizomba is kizomba urban kids doesn't exist as long. So I hope that in the future we can also get to that professionalism that they really have in.
Yeah, but I think it's the same, because if you look at bachata, you have Dominican, you have sensual, and it was also when sensual came, it was also a bit of a thing, right? Back in 2012, when Sensual was introduced, it was also the Dominican part was like, no, that's not bachata. But if you look at it now, yeah, they are more closely together. So it takes some years, but I'm sure we'll get there.
Okay, so you mean that the community, like the traditional kizomba versus urban kids or fusion, that they don't get on so well. That's what you mean, that it's separated.
No, I mean that kizomba is like more separated from salsa and bachata. If you look at festivals that have all three, I feel like salsa bachata are more hoe zeg je dat? Als officieel.
Because I think it's because of the cultural connection, because it's Latin, these are Latin dances, and they also have the same base from merengue in terms of movement, the same language. So it's the same style generally, of dressing to a party, similar way of connecting, of experiencing the music.
Yeah.
And I think Kizomba, it has this African roots, and also when I go to Paris, for instance, all these cultures. There are so many cultures, people from islands, from Africa, from North Africa. It's a completely different vibe.
Yeah.
And I also realized this when I started to organize events, that you have to speak a different language to this community, and you sell differently. Other things, I also think it's an ultra sensitive community, like in terms of being easily offended, and it goes a lot faster when someone doesn't like something. Also, it's a dramatic, the imbalance. Do you know why we're dealing with this? That there are so many more women dancing than guys. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's I really don't know.
In Holland, are you facing this problem, or no? You have enough male dancers.
No, we're facing the same problem, but the parties are managing it quite well.
Mm-hmm.
But you have, for example, all the tickets for ladies is always sold out at every party.
Mm-hmm.
And you have even a WhatsApp group where they call it a Kizomba ticket swap, where they sell the followers there. Put every 10 minutes they put like, I'm selling my ticket for this and that. They buy all the tickets for all the parties and then they resell it afterwards. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we even see it in our own school. We have a waiting list of 50 followers waiting to join classes, but we cannot allow them because we don't have the leaders to allow them. So
is it because the dance is so much more difficult for men, or why is it?
Could be.
I think in general, men are less easier tempted to start dancing classes. So I think that's one thing. But also because it's such a close, because you dance in a close connection. Sometimes people, if they don't have the knowledge about the actual dance, they also differ a little bit more from it. Those are reasons, but I'm sure that there are more.
Yeah. I would like to know one day, or I would like to know how to fix them without having to invite men for free and charge women double.
I think, in my opinion, I know it's something that it's maybe hard, but I think the guest dancers part, for me, it's not really.
I hate that concept.
Yeah, it's not fair against. They're not fair against followers, and although, for example, I have a lot of my guys also who go to festivals all the time. Guest here, guest there, guest here, guest there. They get free passes. I get that, but for example, I'm really trying in Holland to go at tradition, we call it like that. I had to get the hype because, for example, our boot camps. If I have ladies on the waiting list. I'm not gonna let guys come for free and stuff like this. No, if you want to learn and you want to do something, you pay the same as the follows, because for me the treatment needs to be the same.
Yeah, I would like to get there with Kizzaffaire at some point. So hopefully after years when we gain more popularity. Because I also hate that. In salsa bachata, we're in Poland, we're dealing with the same issue that there are, bachata is perfect balance in Poland, very good level also of the guys, but salsa is the same issue, and it always has been. But from the first event that I organized, there were men from Western Europe who came and paid for the event because they wanted to dance with the Polish ladies. So someone somewhere started this concept with Kizomba, that it's not free, and it's very hard to change this for me as an organizer alone. because when I say no, then they just don't go. They go somewhere else, right? And I still need those guys because otherwise the event is completely non-sustainable. But I hope once we get to a certain point of sales, that I'll be able to start reducing.
Yeah. It's I think it can only work if all the organizers come together. But then you have organizers who are here for the community. You have organizers who are here for the money. So it's difficult to find a way.
Yeah, it's a complicated subject. Let's not go there.
Yeah.
Guys, what would you? Last question from me, Gaby. What would you advise to yourself at the age of 19 from today's perspective?
Don't stop dancing.
Easy one.
Don't stop dancing and just follow your dreams, because that's what I kind of stopped doing those 6 years in between that I didn't dance. And it was mainly because it was said, like, you cannot really make a living out of being a dancer. You should get a regular job or, something stable. And it didn't make me happy. And now I'm doing what I always wanted to do and what as a little girl, and I'm really happy with it. That's what I would tell myself.
But now I have a question actually.
Tell me.
So, you said you will give yourself advice to don't stop dancing. Would you be more happy if you continued what you did back then, or are you more happy now with what you're doing?
I think I would still be happy. Like, I wouldn't only be dancing classical ballet, but I think if I would continue that, I would have gotten more out of me than I have now.
Okay, fair. Tomorrow you see your ending of the partnership doing Gaby.
Because I kill you, that's why.
No. Okay, nice.
And where you?
If I'm 19, what advice would I give myself?
That was like 2 years ago.
That was not even funny though.
I'm just sorry.
Yeah, I think I would advise myself. When I was 19, I started dancing. Actually, I went to Kizzaffaire classes, and it was not for me. It was not like, oh, I want to become something, or my dream was back then to become a soccer player, and I was in a good way, but it's fine. Gaby can dance with me.
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
But the advice that I would give myself, I think I would advise myself that it's to not have a ego, and to communicate more about my feelings.
That's a nice one. Yes. Yeah. So control your ego and communicate.
Yeah, control my ego and communicate. I think that's the advice I would give myself. I think it would I would come a lot further in life if I would change it. If I change it earlier than I did now.
Okay, so give us an example of what you went through where your ego stopped you from going.
Asking such questions.
No, I think I fucked up quite some relationships with people because of this reason. Also, some relationships that I regret at this point of life. So, if I would, change that earlier, I would not be in that situation, I think. So then I would have like more people who are like really important to me. I would still have those.
Do you have any regrets?
Yes.
Gaby, do you have any regrets?
Not many. Yeah, maybe. I actually want to say no. The most important and most difficult lesson in life. Dwe. I'm like in school. You speak.
The most difficult lesson in life? There is nothing wrong with showing your love to others.
That's beautiful. Gaby?
Can you say the question one more time?
The most difficult lesson in life, like that was painful, but you learned something from it, important.
Stand up for yourself. Like that was a really difficult one for me.
Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's so deep.
Stand
up for yourself.
Yeah.
I love that. Would you like to add anything?
I want to do a big shout out to Ania.
Yes.
Ania from elSol Festival, Kizzaffaire, Poland. Hey. No, yeah, and for me, it's we really appreciate you for everything that you're doing for the community. You came from Salsa, and if you're looking at how big your influence is now in the Kizomba, I can only say thank you for that. The first time when we came at your event, that was actually, I think, one of the first time that we experienced like only good and only chill vibes between us and the organization. That we were in the plane back, and we're like, oh my god, it was like the really most nice. chill weekend ever. Like, she was so nice, and
we felt treated so well, but not only on a professional level but also at a personal level, like the way you are, that if you get to work with a person like that, it's so much nicer. It makes everything so much better and easier.
Yeah, and that's also easier for us to make. The second time we worked together was on a free event. That was super easy. When I saw the call online, I texted Gaby. I was like, yo, Anika is looking for help. I want to. Ania, sorry. Ania is looking for help. I'm free. We are free. Are you in? She was like, yes, let's go. And it was in 10 minutes we decided
you didn't have to think about it. Yeah.
No, it's like. So
yeah, that's I'm just gonna explain to the community. That's when we were doing the final event at Sandgate Hotel, the old one, and then the war in Ukraine broke out, and it was impossible to sell a regular event because the whole Poland was involved in helping the refugees. So the only way we could have held the party was to make it a charity, and we actually managed to do a donation of 5,000 euros to a foundation that's helping directly in Ukraine. So that was really big.
Yeah.
And it was also fun, at the same time. It was nice to detox from all these crazy thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, guys. Dwe and Gaby are going to be with us in January at Kizzaffaire from the 6th to 8th. It's just a Kizomba festival. And then again at elSol in November 10 to 12.
Yes. And what else? Are we back at elSol with a show?
And you're performing also.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna do that at elSol on a proper stage.
Yeah,
so you guys are gonna be well rehearsed by then.
Exactly.
Of course, we're gonna bring Kizomba shows to elSol.
Well, have a great weekend. Thank you for giving me 1 hour of your time.
Thank you.
And always lovely talking to you. Kama and Pavel say, wow, I think they mean the show. Yes, I wanted them to perform last time in Warsaw. They would be the only Urban Kids couple performing, but they weren't ready.
No.
Not yet. Okay.
The festival came 2 weeks too early.
Yeah.
We didn't have the clothes ready. So
you can do a surprise show at Kizzaffaire. Just
bam, let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
Yes, you too.
Thanks everyone for participating in the interview. Bye.
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 Okay, I'm disconnecting Instagram first.